أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I am Ca Rehman and this is the Master's YouTube channel. Our today's topic is Congress of Vienna. The Congress of Vienna of 1814 to 1850. International diplomatic meetings to discuss and agree upon a possible new layout of the European political and constitutional order after the downfall of the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. As the four major European powers, Britain, Prussia, Russia, and Austria, opposing the French Empire in the Napoleonic Wars, saw Napoleon's power collapsing in 1814. They started planning for the post-war world. The Treaty of Chaumont of March 1814 reaffirmed decisions that would be ratified by the more important Congress of Vienna of 1814 to 15. The Congress of Vienna was the first of the series of international meetings that came to be known as the Council of Europe, an attempt to force a peaceful balance of power in Europe. It served as model for later organizations such as the League of Nations in 1919 and the United Nations in 1945. They included the establishment of a confederated Germany, the division of French protectorates and annexation into independent states, the restoration of Bourbon kings of Spain, the enlargement of the Netherlands to include what in 1830 became modern Belgium, and the continuation of British subsidies to its allies. The Treaty of Chaumont united powers to the defeated Napoleon and became the cornerstone of the Concert of Europe, which formed the balance of power of the next 2 decades. The basic tenets of the European balance of power is that no single European power should be allowed to achieve hegemony over the substantial part of the continent, and that this is best curtailed by having a small number of ever-changing alliances contended for power. The Congress of Vienna dissolved the Napoleonic War and attempted to restore the monarchies Napoleon had overthrown, ushering in an era of reaction. Under the leadership of Metternich, the Prime Minister of Austria, and Lord Castlereagh, the Foreign Minister of Great Britain, the Congress set up a system to preserve peace under the concept of Europe. The major European powers, Britain, Russia, Prussia, Austria, and France, pledged to meet regularly to resolve differences. The goal was not simply to restore old boundaries, but to realize the main power so that so they could balance each other's and remain at peace. The leaders were conservative with little use for republicanism or revolutions, both of which threatened to upset the status quo in Europe. This plan was the first of its kind in European history and seems to promise a way to collectively manage European affairs and promote peace. The Congress resolved the Polish section crisis at Vienna and the questions of the Greek independence at Naples. Three major European congresses took place: the Congress of Aix-la-Chapelle ended the occupation of France. The others were meaningless as each nation realized the Congress were not to their advantage as disputes were resolved with diminishing degree of effectiveness. The Congress was the first occasion in history where, on a continental scale, national representatives came together to formulate treaties instead of relying mostly on messages between the several capitals. The Congress of Vienna settlement, despite latest changes, formed the framework for European international politics until the outbreak of the First World War in 1940. Thank you for watching. Hope you like this video and subscribe it. Allah Hafiz.